Earlier at St. Elizabeth Technical High School, I heard from the leadership that they needed a big generator to be able to operate their well. They have a large well and they wanted it so that they could help the community with water in the interim. And by the time I'm leaving, I see a big generator appear. And it came from Romish Entertainment. And I want to say thank you to you. Thank you to Romish Entertainment more broadly. The country really is grateful for entities like yours that have stepped up to the plate.
Afternoon, my name is Edward Hines. I'm local here from Santa Cruz, born and raised. Today, being a part of the St. Elizabeth technical team, we have a well here. We called on Romish, explained to him what we need. He literally sent it same time. Took him 2 hours to reach here from Kingston. He also sent down a lot of care packages. So we want to say really a huge thank you to Romish, Major Marketing. So, listen, thanks so much, bro.
Digicel has restored 46% of its mobile sites, with 86% of fixed networks and 75% of business connections now back online. Service was restored in Santa Cruz, Falmouth, Spurtree, Bevan, and Rose Hall within the past 24 hours. I don't need to tell you how huge that is in terms of getting connectivity in those areas. Over the next 2 days, the focus will be on restoring service from Falmouth to Montego Bay, then Montego Bay to Negril. Work is also ongoing in Portmore, Spanish Town, and St. Thomas. Approximately 64% of Flow's fixed sites are now operational, with 40% of customers reconnected, mainly in the urban areas where the power has been restored. The refinery sustained no major damage. As we know, it has adjusted its opening hours to 6 p.m. to allow refueling of tankers, trucks for distribution to Western Jamaica. And since Thursday, October 30th, over 400 tanker trucks have been loaded destined for all parts of Jamaica, including the hardest hit parishes. And as the roads are clear by the National Works Agency, the tanker drivers will transport the much needed resource. So there is no need to panic buy or store excess fuel. We have adequate fuel. Another one that is important is aviation fuel, because we have a lot of assets that are going to be traversing the skies, and we have more coming. So we have between 75 and 80% capacity across our international airports, and we are coordinating with our international partners such as Grey Bull Rescue and the Fuel Relief Fund to support distribution of energy, fuel for humanitarian efforts.
We have now pulled the trigger to bring in an additional 100 line workers based on our retainer contracts with companies in North America, from Canada and from the USA, and those 100 overseas line workers are expected to be here by the end of the week.
On behalf of the government and people of Jamaica, expressing absolute gratitude and indeed our warmest welcome to the delegations of El Salvador that have been arriving over the past 2 days and that complete their delegation and their humanitarian donation tonight. I express on behalf of Prime Minister Andrew Holness directly to President His Excellency Nayib Bukele, who has from the bottom of his heart and with the graces of God sent this excellent delegation of 300 persons from the firefighters in the health, from a medical mission, the civil protection, search and rescue, as well as the humanitarian aid organization and logistics teams, which will be deployed across the 13 communities that have been identified as having had the greatest destruction as a result of the Hurricane Melissa. We did not need to ask, and they came. They are here with the goodness of their heart, with technical expertise, with their own equipment. One of the incredible strengths of the El Salvadorian team that has come is that they come equipped, but they don't only come equipped to sustain themselves. They have come with generators, they have come with inflatable boats for where flooding occurs, They've come with pumps that get water and mud out of places that have been inundated that need to recover from floods. They've come with chainsaws to help clear debris. They've come with mobile units, tented units to allow them to deliver healthcare, because they've also brought a medical contingent. They've come with basic healthcare and rescue equipment in order to be able to deliver to those who have been hardest hit.
The U.S. is providing an initial $11 million U.S. to support immediate assistance in hurricane-affected communities. That's the initial lift. This support is being provided to relief agencies, including the Red Cross, UN World Food Program, Samaritan's Purse, and Project Hope, and others, as well as direct assistance from the government, or direct assistance managed by the government. We have a DART team on the ground that is reviewing additional support with the government of Jamaica. The initial funding includes support such as emergency food supplies to an estimated 40,000 hurricane-affected people, installation of 6 water treatment systems, each with the capacity to provide 4,000 liters of safe drinking water per hour, emergency shelter materials, installation of static health facilities and mobile medical services to restore and increase access to primary health services, logistics and transportation support to help get relief supplies available in country to affected families.
NWA has been out there working very hard. Yesterday I spoke a lot about the JDF and their efforts, and those efforts continue today. The NWA has also been working really hard, and Minister Morgan has noted this morning that Westmoreland, the road to Westmoreland from Hanover is now clear. So if you're going into Westmoreland through Hanover, it's clear.
We are going to be putting in a protocol that is going to be used for the 3 airports. That will be Norman Manley International Airport, Sangster International Airport, Ian Fleming International Airport, which means that that protocol will be observed at those 3 locations to streamline and simplify the process. Donors are giving out of the goodness of their heart because of what has happened to Western Jamaica because of Melissa. We have to make their donations seamless. We have to make sure that they can come, they can offload the plane, and they can turn around and go back to wherever they are coming from and go back and say that Jamaica has shown its maturity and Jamaica has shown that it is ready for the recovery. The first point of contact in Jamaica is through these relief flights. And we have to make sure that we deliver a service that will make them want to go back and get more donations, get more relief items, rather than being frustrated and saying that their experience was riddled with incompetency and bureaucracy. So I just want to say again, thank you so much for the outpouring of love and support that has started already, and Jamaica will be ready to receive all of your donations in cash, kind, and whatever else.
We know that there are many families that have not been able to be in communication with their loved ones, and we know how painful that is. I've gotten the calls, I've seen the messages. People are just desperate to hear from their family. Please know that we're doing everything to get into those maroon communities. So we have had our JDF crew, they are going on foot. They are clearing rubble to try to get to those communities. So we understand the pain you're going through, but know that we're not going to stop until we get to everyone.
The Jamaica Cyber Incident Response Team, Jamaica CERT, is issuing an urgent alert to the public in Jamaica and worldwide regarding the emergence of fraudulent websites attempting to exploit generosity in the wake of Hurricane Melissa. Up to last night, we identified 8 such sites, and just now it has been updated to 28 sites that are attempting to divert contributions, donations from legitimate sources. These malicious actors are creating fake websites with names deliberately similar to Jamaica's official donation portal. We have identified some of these domains as JamaicaHurricaneHelp.net, JamaicaHurricaneHelp.org, Jamaica-Hurricane-Help.com, MelissaReliefJamaica.net, MelissaReliefJamaica.com, MelissaReliefJamaica.org, SupportJamaicaGovJM.com, SupportJamaicaGovJM.net. And you recognize that the last two are very much similar to our official website. The only legitimate government website for Hurricane Melissa Relief donations is https://www.supportjamaica.gov.jm.
Thank you so much, Premier. Thank you for leading this delegation to Jamaica. As you know, Jamaica and Cayman go back many decades, centuries. So on behalf of the people of Jamaica, I want to say thank you this morning for being here, bringing gifts for us. They are greatly appreciated.
This is just an initial load of about US 200,000. We are pledging 1 million, actually 1.2 million US.
Yes.
Because we know our shared history. You all were there for us with Ivan. We stand with Jamaica after Melissa. God bless you all, and you all will bounce back stronger and more resilient.
Thank you so much. Yes.
The Barnett River overflowed up to 16 feet of water, covered sections of Montego Bay, Westgate, Catherine Hall, Howard Cook Boulevard, the Freeport, Alice Elmire Drive, Barnett Street. Public infrastructure was severely impacted yesterday in the city of Montego Bay. The infirmary was damaged. The municipal corporation, 2 floors was flooded out. Jarrett Park, where the homeless population was housed, we had to remove them to a different location. The St. James High School was being used. There are problems there. We know what is happening at Sangster International Airport, and following the tour, as Minister Dixon said, there will be a full detail on the state of the Sangster International Airport.
I'm happy to say that we have gotten away with minimal superficial damage in isolated areas. From all indications, after discussions with the JCAA and the AAJ and the operator, that we should be in a position to get the airport back reopened as early as this afternoon. They will finish their assessment and report back to me within an hour, hour and a half, and the country and the world will be told. That is immediately for relief flights, which we have a number of requests pending. And secondly, commercial operations. I've indicated to them that that is priority. There are people that we need to get out. There are people who are here stuck as tourists and locals who are here on vacation that want to go back. And there's a lot of anxious Jamaicans and other persons who want to help that want to get in. So the objective and the mandate of the government to the operators and AAJ is to give me the good news this afternoon. We are now moving on to Montego Bay because that's where the majority of the damage has been to the airport and other areas and parishes around. And that is going to be critical to the recovery based on the distance that will have to be traveled from relief flights landing in Kingston and the stuff being needed for Western parishes. So again, I'm hoping that later today I'll be able to indicate that at least we can open Montego Bay for staging for relief flights as a start. But that is only the start. The instruction and mandate by the Prime Minister is to open back as quickly as possible.
Issued a release that notes that the government of Jamaica has issued an all clear following the passage of Hurricane Melissa. So we've issued an all clear. That comes after guidance from the Met Service. You heard they're no longer going to be doing any updates, and also in consultation with ODPEM. As a matter, what that means is when we give an all clear, it means that our utility companies should now commence restoration and recovery operations across the island. So crews from the JPS, NWC, NWA, our Works Agents, our Water Commission, and also our telecommunications companies and other critical service entities have now and will be advised to mobilize immediately to restore electricity, water, and communication networks.